Hi, my name is Frankie. Thank you for listening to my mom. I never listen.
Welcome to the podcast, all the way from St. Louis, Missouri. One of the top point guards in the A10, Kennedy Calhoun. Kennedy, thank you for being with us on Nothing But Net.
Thank you for having me.
It's so wonderful to see you. You have been such an important part of the build under Rebecca Tillett. You came from Longwood with her after your freshman year. This is your third year at St. Louis. Tell us how it's going in general.
It's going well. I've had a fantastic career so far. Just loving the team. Just obviously it's my senior year, so just trying to go out with a bang.
Well, you say fantastic. I'd say absolutely pretty incredible because you've played in the postseason every year that you've been a player under Coach Tillett. That's a remarkable feat. There's not a lot of players that can say that. What do you think's the best part about playing in the postseason?
Great question. Just the experience, honestly. Like you said, not many women get to do this, so the opportunity to play in a post game, have a post game season is just fun.
When I watch you play, you make me think point guards eat last. Meaning, I had a coach tell me one time that even when they're having the team meal, their point guard makes sure everybody eats first, gets what they need, and then you come up behind and, clean it all up. Is that it? That's what I think. Is that true?
Yes, I like that reference. I never heard it before. But just the responsibility that I think point guards have. Coach Tiller, she really loves point guards. And so we kind of take the most heat, but I wouldn't want to have it any other way. She has our back and she really wants to win just as everybody on this team. So it's exciting to have that responsibility and take on that role.
I've always said if you can win at Longwood, you got to be able to coach, right?
Yes.
And you got to have good players and good people to go alongside. That's what Coach Tillett has had in you, Kennedy. You have been along her side this is your fourth year. What makes her unique and special?
Great question. I think a lot of coaches, they care about the player, but I think with Coach Tilly, she also cares about the woman that you are and the person that you are outside of the basketball court. So we do stuff like self-care and just things to make sure our mental health is as well as our physical health on the court as well. So I think that's kind of been really what has drawn me to her and this reason why I've stayed so long with her. But it's just because she cares more about who you are as a person than the player.
I think that's the best quality in coaching because the wins and losses will be something 20 years from now you won't remember. But what you will remember is some of the experiences that you've had, good or bad, with your coaches and teammates, mostly the fun or the trouble that you may have gotten into that you didn't think they knew about.
Right.
There's some team bonding in that. There's some team bonding. Now, don't tell me any stories. I don't want to know those. But I do want to know this. Besides being a point guard that eats last, I look at you as a right side of the box score kind of player also. I mean, you do average double figures, but you lead the team in assists and steals. So you're a two-way player who's trying to get everybody involved. Where does that intrinsic, motivated, self-serving point guard attitude come from? Selfless point guard, not self-serving.
No, you're good. I think really just, one of our core values is toughness and just always showing that. So I think that's just something that I've really taken upon, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And it's no secret that point guards, like you said, just have to do a lot for the team. But I wouldn't want to have it any other way. And, to get a win, it takes what it takes. It doesn't matter who gets it done as long as it gets done.
Yeah.
So I think just having that role and just bringing my teammates along with me and just trying to will things to happen for this team has been something that I've really honed in on this season and really trying to get us to where we want to go.
So, Kennedy, you said that Coach Tillett can be tough on point guards. What do you mean by that?
She's just a coach who really wants to pursue excellence in all facets of life. And I think that the point guards, we dictate the offense and we kind of dictate we're like her left hand. She's the right hand and we're the left. So just really being the facilitator of what she wants on the floor, I think that's why it's so tough. But it's really great to have, especially the relationship that we have built. It's so nice to have her in my corner, and just, it also shows that she trusts me with that role, and she trusts all the point guards with that role to be able to facilitate the offense and the defensive side of the ball. So just exciting.
The A10 is no joke this year. It is more balanced and competitive than it has been. And I was remembering last year, you guys were in a similar spot, and then you rattle off 11 out of 12 wins and you win the WNIT. I mean, so you make a significant run late. Where are you right now in that kind of thinking and posturing towards maybe doing a similar thing? Like, what does it take to do that? That's a significant turnaround.
Great question. We've been talking a lot as a team of just, I think over the years, a term that has stuck with this team is just being able to stay the course. So we try not to get defined by those as losses, just as we try not to get defined as the wins, because we know at any given moment, basketball is a game of runs, so it can be so up and down. But we're all just committed to staying the course, because we know that it could take one game for it to turn the season around. So I think that's the main focus that we've been trying to do as a team right now.
So I always believe that when you get to conference play, situations are so important in game. And you guys have played in a lot of 1, 2, 3 possession games where the score may not look like it, but they've been close games, and then something happens at the end, and maybe it turns out to be a 9 or a 10-point loss, or a 9 or a 10-point win. What are the differences there when that happens? Like, how do you make sure everybody stays connected?
Great question. Really, it's all about our practices. Our practices are really hard because the coaches try to just try to make sure there's adversity for us to face within practices, so that when in games, when we face that adversity, it kind of translates over. So I think when we get hit with those games where we don't come out with the win, I think it's maybe because the adversity that we've hit, we weren't able to overcome it. But there are some games, as we just played with Davidson, that we were able to overcome that adversity, and it starts with our practices and just having those moments in practice.
Kennedy, you are so buttoned up. Like, your game is tight, your leadership skills are evident. You obviously care. That's exactly the kind of teammate people would like to have. What do you think makes you such a good teammate?
Great question. I just think really, just wanting to see my teammates succeed. I think that's been such a core value of ours. How to be a great teammate. What are you doing to be a great teammate? We talk a lot about that as a team. And I think ultimately just wanting to win. So, if that's needing to get this person an assist so they can hit 3, if that's getting this rebound to get a kick out 3, I'm going to try to do it. And if that's infusing confidence into my teammates, I'm also going to do that. And I think that's a quality and a skill that we all try to implement and have. So I think just really being able to infuse confidence has been such a pivotal part in this season, and just is a reason why we're such great teammates to each other.
Yeah, Kennedy, I can't imagine having anybody give a better answer than that. That was wonderful. And we're very grateful that you took the time to be with us on Nothing But Net. We wish you well the rest of the way, and thanks for taking time, and good luck as you enter into the final month of your senior year.
Yes, thank you so much. So glad you guys had me.